And no
My
answer
wife and I
machine
would go
came
home
up.
all night. Matter of fact, we were home for 3 days. We didn't go nowhere.
I returned the
But
call.
I think this is a police matter. It shouldn't be your problem. That's the mayor's problem. That is a police problem. The mayor is pissing the buck to you. I don't see why.
Mr. Spano.
It's
It's not, Mr. Spano, it's actually not a police problem. It comes under, on the municipal service, under
It
highway.
creates a problem for the people who use that road every day. That's a problem. It's a traffic problem. Now, that snow has been there all this time, and it's still there. I think what the borough should have did, get the highway people, move that snow out of there and build S&S. That would get the problem out of the way.
We're billing you for the first time.
That doesn't solve the problem. The problem's still there right now. People come down the bottom of the hill. If you want to make a right turn to go to Chester Pike,
I've seen it.
you can't see it coming.
But you know what? Instead of the highway doing it, and you know, I can, not sticking up for anybody, but everybody has been really busy. I've been riding around, Cole's been riding around, the highway, we're sending them different places. So now things are starting to settle down a little bit. We're not going to get the highway to do it. We will make Mr. Troy Fink do it. And I'll have the code enforcer go down there tomorrow, inform him he has to have it moved immediately.
That should have been done days ago. Who's in charge of the highway? Which committee is in charge of the highway? You are budgeted every year for situations like this, am I right?
Right.
All right. The best.
Well, we have a budget for the highway department. It's not specifically designated for snow removal, but it's part of the big package.
Yes, there is.
How many men you have on the highway department?
There are 5 men
5 and 2 part-timers, right?
and 2 part-timers.
Okay. Now,
What is your question?
I want to see this shovel with the highwayman came down at one time. He came down, was 3:45 in the morning. He came down, he came back up. That was the end. I haven't seen it ever since. On Highland Avenue, because the car's been going over the snow, the ice is this heavy. If you think I'm lying, take a right after you get done now, after the meeting. Now, what happened to all this rock salt we're supposed to have in pile? I mean, the last couple of years, we haven't had this kind of snow.
You're right, we haven't.
So, I mean, we should have a stack this high.
We have salt.
We have
But let me tell you,
There's
Mr.
been no
Spano,
salt put down on Highland Avenue, no salt on Lawrence Avenue, no salt on Pine Street. Pine Street is a two-way street. You come up Pine Street and there's another car coming down, it happens every couple of
Mr.
times.
Spano, all the streets are like that right now, Mr. Spano. This was just a lot of snow. All the streets are like that. You can only use one lane now. You know what? Actually, it's nowhere to put the snow. We had somebody dump some of the snow on some of our different properties, you know, but it's just so much, there's nowhere else to dump the
I
snow.
realize that. But once the snow plow comes down and takes the bulk of the snow out of the way, you push it down the bottom of the hill like they always do every year. If you come up with you put some rocks or cinders, that would take care of some of the ice.
Mr.
Am I
Spano,
right or wrong?
They put it down.
Mr.
No,
Spano,
they haven't put it down. Because if they put it down, that would have melted the ice.
All right, Mr.
If
Spano.
you don't have to take my word for it.
No, I've been down.
After you're done, come down Highland Avenue and turn down Lawrence Avenue. You see the car go like this.
But let me tell you this, Mr. Spano. When the first, no, maybe this is the second, when the first snowstorm came, we went down Highland. The people on that street, on the right-hand side, I was there, the code enforcement now, they moved their cars, they plowed that street all the way down to the wall.
Well,
And then they stalled it. That was the first snowstorm.
Janet,
And then the next one came.
I have videotapes.
I believe you.
Okay,
I see all these
I'll come to your
streets.
house and I'll show you the condition of the street.
I believe you.
Well, you say you've seen it going down, if we took the snow and we.
No, I said they did plow the first
Okay.
time, so they were there.
I
They were
also
there
like-
and they
I
did
also
salt.
like to address the code enforcement, because I called him, and he did return a call to me. were all green.
Walgreens being cited for that sidewalk, because they did not remove the snow.
I mean, people gotta walk out the street.
Yep.
And you know, the slope of the street has ice, people get hurt.
They're gonna be in the same
I
court
mean,
hearing
if we
as Troy
have-
Fink.
And I see a lot of people, they were shoveling the front of their houses, their steps. I mean, this is a big problem. And I hate to come up here and take up your time, but this matter has to be addressed.
I appreciate that, Mrs. Spano. You're not taking up my time. That's what you're supposed to do, and that's what we're here for.
Okay.
And I have
If you
to
want to
admit
see
that.
my videos, I'll
No,
come to your house.
Mrs. Spano, let me say this to you, for everybody out there, I have seen the streets, I've been out on the streets, and we do have a lot of ice on some of the streets,
Like
and,
this.
yes, I know, I've been down them, and I know.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're taking, I mean, I know everybody, we have one backhoe, because the plows aren't really, especially some of the smaller streets, that these plows can't get down good, so John Killen has been using the backhoe, breaking up some of this ice and trying to get it out, but I have to agree. Anybody else who has anything to say about the snow, yes, there is ice on the streets, I agree. And guess what? I mean, maybe I should say, we're not worried about no other town, but a lot of other towns I've been to are the same way. But,
How are we set now? Do we have rock store now?
yes, we do, we just
Okay,
got
would you
salt
please
in.
bring a truck up there on Lawrence Avenue?
Yes.
And Highland, right at the cross there?
Yeah,
The ice is this big. You go up and take a look at it, you're gonna have to take my word for it.
Mr.
Thank you.
Spano,
We'll do that, Mr. Spano.
a lot of those lumpy streets are the result of the residents throwing the snow off their cars into the street.
Well, they gotta put it, people gotta go to work, they gotta wait
Well,
on
they
it.
put it in
Dump
front
the
of the
snow
car,
in
behind
your
the
yard.
car.
Huh?
We put the snow in our yard.
Either in
That's
front of the
what
car,
we do.
behind the car,
Right.
or
Yeah, you're not allowed to dump
if you
it.
throw it back in the street,
All the
we're
snow
only
in our
creating
yard.
the problems that we all have now.
That's
My
right.
street's the same way, and I'm in charge of the department.
I've been living in Darby for 52 years, I can tell you a lot of stories. We never had a problem like we've been having now. Like she said, we never had the kind of snow either. But we always had snow. Not that this much like we have now, but if the cloud goes by, instead of the sunny days we've been having now, if we have salt there, it would melt it.
Okay, Mrs. Spano, I'm
Thank you.
sorry, your time's up.